You gotta fuck with my realness. I'm sick with it like I'm stuck with an illness. It ain't luck that I'm still rich, just more reason for me to tuck and conceal this. Your boy might have to hit a fuck nigga kill switch. Snap right back to me standing in the projects. Baking soda box and son handing me the Pyrex.
Guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Sample shopping episode for you guys. 4 shops all available from Decant Shop. Use that coupon code MAX12 to save 12% of your entire order. And everything we're talking about today is available at decantshop.com. So the first fragrance we're going to talk about is from the house of Lomani. This is called Oud Gourmand. And this is the first scent I've ever smelled from the house of Lomani. French house has been pretty dormant as of recent. I think they made some noise with an Aventus clone. That's been a lot of entry points for houses. There's another one from Decant Shop that I want to check out called Black Rose, but this is the only other scent that I have any sort of interest in. It's a 2015 release with notes of grapefruit from Florida, lavender, spices, nutmeg, oud tobacco, leather, sandalwood, and gaiac wood. And you can find Oud Gourmand online for about $30, so very affordable juice. And it's about what you'd expect. It's sort of this, I want to say clone house, oudy, gourmand scent, but that's really what it is. It's sort of this synthetic oud with citrus and spices, and it's nice. I suspect a lot of people will really enjoy this one. It's not bad. It just smells like so many things out there. If you told me this was the newest designer, foo-foo from whoever, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know that the oud really stands out. It's sort of that synthetic oud. It's a little bit syrupy. It's fruity. It's sweet. It's not something I'd buy. Not something I'd gravitate to, but I think there's a lot of people that would like a fragrance like this, and it's certainly not bad. It's not horrible. It won't make you smell bad, but it doesn't smell very natural. It doesn't smell very original. Next, we're going to go to the house of Prada. This is called L'Homme Intense. So we talked about Prada a couple weeks back when we looked at Femme Absolue. This is from the L'Homme line, and it's a 2017 release and a flanker to the original Prada L'Homme, also done by Daniela Andrier, and it has iris, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, tonka bean, and leather. And on FragranceNet, you can get a bottle of this for about $55, so pretty good pricing. Yeah, it's nice. This is a nice fragrance. It's definitely, Prada likes to do iris, man, especially for their men's stuff. This is an iris fragrance. Do I like it better than, the original Prada L'Homme? Or Prada, I forget the name of the soapy one for men that I love so much. It's one of my favorite fragrances, and I can't believe I'm blanking out on it right now. But I don't like it better. I don't think it's as good. I feel like they've sacrificed some sort of quality with it. It's not bad. It's a good sequel to Infusion Dome. That's the name. And it's not that much worse. I just feel like Infusion Dome had a little bit more life and oomph to it. And a good fragrance. Just not anything that like I'd get Infusion Dome if I could. If you can get Infusion Dome, get that. This is a nice sequel, and I feel like if they're trying to replace it, fine. I guess they kind of wanted to give that new life. It's still got that soapiness, but it just doesn't feel as like pure. It's almost like Infusion Dome was like holy water, and this is like really good Evian, if that makes sense. And I don't know why they needed the Evian. I feel like they could have just stayed with the holy water. They had it working really well. I guess they wanted to rebrand it. They're close. The original's better. Next is from the house of Guerlain. This is called Neroli Outrenoir, or Outrenoir Neroli, one or the other. This is from, well, we talked about Guerlain in the last 2 episodes. We looked at Le Bleu and Samsara. And I fell in love with both of those. I want bottles of both of them. This is one of the latest, if not the latest, from their Arts and Materials collection. It's got a $260 price point. It was done in collaboration between Terry Wasser and Delphine Joke. And it has notes of bergamot, petitgrain, grapefruit, tangerine, lemon, orange blossom, tea, smoke, earthy notes, neroli, amber, oak moss, myrrh, vanilla, and benzoin. And I think I'm a little bit disappointed in this one, to be honest with you, because when I see those gold bottles with, you know, the art material collection bottles, I kind of think, okay, we're going to get something darker and a little bit more nuanced than normal Guerlain. You know, we're gonna understand why we're paying that $260. And this isn't bad, but to me, this is just like a Neroli scent with a nice base. Maybe some tea. I definitely get some tea in this, so that's there. Some earth notes, I think that's fair as well. You know, and maybe some of the other things they say, the resins, but just smells like a good Neroli scent with a base to it. I wouldn't pay $260 for this. I think this is quite expensive for this quality and scent. And that's disappointing, you know, because I can see why you pay $260 for Spiritueux, for Tonka Imperial, certainly for, you know, Pure Beluga, you know, the others I've tried. I haven't tried all of them, but I love Iris Ganache. I know that's not available in that lineup anymore, but those, I get it. I get why you're paying $260 for those. This one, if I paid $260 for this, I'd be a little bit disappointed. You know, it almost feels like it should be in the bottle. Their line with the oud and the Cure one that just was released, and the musk, you know, they're not $260, they're like $200. Even then, I think I find this a little bit high priced. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a very good, nice Neroli. It's like waxy. It's Neroli with depth, but I don't think it's $260 depth. So, Last up, we're going to do one from the house of Parfums de Marly, guys. This one is called Carlisle. I only own one from this house. I bought Leighton, and I only bought that because of this series. I smelled Leighton in a sample shopping, and I was like, man, I really like this. And I had an opportunity to buy a partial, and I bought it. And I want Leighton exclusive. There's some others I want to try. I want to try Acaster, Briarly, Nicion. And I wanted to try this one, which came out 2015, was a Harrods London exclusive. And the notes on this guy are mandarin orange, bergamot, violet, jasmine, gaiac wood, patchouli, and cardamom. $155 online. I feel like with Parfums de Marly, there's like two kinds of fragrances in their wheelhouse. Either they're clone sort of scents, right? Like, so let's talk about those, right? Obviously, they have the Amber Narguilé one that people say is very similar to it. I forget the name off the top of my head. They have the one that smells a lot like Tuscan leather, Godolphin, and those are both good fragrances. And then they have these sort of very fresh, almost designer fragrances that are like very high quality. And I feel like that's what Leighton is to me. And I feel like people say this fits in that quality. I know two reviewers that I like. Greggy Boy in the UK really enjoys this. He did a video with Dan where he was wearing it at a pub and was like, I know it smells like designer scent, but I really like it. And Cuba really likes this one. So I was excited to try this one. And I don't think I'd pay a lot of money for this. I think it's a good fragrance. It's really designer-like. And I feel like Leighton for me was different in a way. I don't know that I'd smelled a lot of designer scents that smelled like that, even though it had designer DNA. This I feel like almost smells like Lomani, Oud Gourmand. They're different, but I feel like this is just something that it's good. And if someone gave me a bottle of it, I'd wear it, and I might wind up loving it, to be honest with you, because this is very good quality. All of the Parfums de Marly fragrances are very good quality. I have to say that. But I just don't know if it's something I'd love, you know? Like, it just sort of has this This syrupy citrus. By the way, when I take deep pauses, I'm smelling these, just so you know. Syrupy, citrus, spicy. You hear the music I'm forced to listen to from cars? It's good. It's just not that good. I don't think it's worth the money. Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed by Carlisle. So if I'm ranking these, and let's do it, this is tough. Number one, I think, would be the Guerlain. I still think it's very good quality. I just wouldn't pay Guerlain dough for it. Number two, I think this Prada is really good, but I just really prefer the original, their original take on this. Three, listen to that. Like, come on, guys. Let's act like we're like at least somewhat civilized. Three, I think I'd go Carlisle just because it's a good quality fragrance. And four, this guy. I don't think I'd buy any of these. I'm gonna give the Guerlain some more time. Want to see what it's about when I really wear it out a couple times. Same thing with Carlisle. Yeah, in Prada alone, maybe this is the intent. It doesn't smell too intense. I can't see purchasing that, and I can't see purchasing Oud Gourmand. So guys, next week we're going to finish this haul up with 5 fragrances. We're going to go to the house of Acqua di Parma, then we're going to go to the house of Gucci, then we're going to go to the house of Yves Saint Laurent, then we're going to the house of Amouage, and then we're going to the house of Armaf. So Acqua di Parma, Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent, Amouage, Armaf. Don't miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun next week or in 2 weeks. All of these scents are available on decantshop.com. Please let me know if you've smelled any of these, what you think I got wrong, what you think I hit on the head. And that's it, guys. I'll see you again next week with more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please use decantshop.com. Use that coupon code MAX12. Again, I think they're the best place online to get decants. And I will just tell this story quickly. I wanted to get a sample of a fragrance that Decant Shop didn't have. I used a competitor. I know, don't tell me. And I got a couple other things, and it was unbelievably expensive. That's okay. These were expensive fragrances, but it took 2 weeks. A week, 10 days just to get the notification that it had shipped, and then almost 4 days later for me to get it. And it was expensive. I don't feel like I know that I got less than what I paid for. The scents were fine. They were labeled nicely. Everything was great, but man, I would just use Decant Shop if they have what you want. And again, they're very nicely curated. Decant Shop gets scents that they think are great. They don't just grab everything. So I really believe in decantshop.com, and you have my coupon code, so use that. I'll see you again.
Such thing as halfway crooks. You scared to death, you scared to look, you shook. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. You scared to death, you scared to look, you shook. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. You scared to death, you scared to look, you shook. Ain't no such thing as halfway.